All right, here we are, episode 6 of the Seemingly Unknown podcast. On the road for me.
Whoa.
On the road for me. I'm not in my house as normal that I have been most of this last year. I'm in a hotel room.
Hotel 6?
Hotel 6, bro.
Hell yeah.
Not Motel 6, Hotel 6.
Hotel 6.
I'm in California. Paul got into a car accident yesterday.
Oh, dude. It's been a fucking week. Like, it's just been a week.
Sorry about that.
Went camping, did not, just to update everybody because I didn't have any service, did not find Sasquatch, unfortunately.
That's 2.1 million that you're not coming up on.
Gone. And especially after I got in the wind, especially after the car accident, I really could have used it. No, I got rear-ended by somebody. So it was just, nobody was hurt, thank God, but it was just more of an What'd you say?
Bigfoot was driving away from the cops and trashed it back in the car.
So it was just more of an inconvenience than anything, but everybody's fine.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well,
you guys go camping?
What?
Where'd you guys go camping?
We just went out to it's called Bartlett Lake. It's about an hour away from here. It was too cold to go up north, and I fucking was an idiot. Forgot it was spring break for everybody.
Yeah,
so
baby.
It was packed. It was kind of more annoying than anything, but it was fun.
That's cool. Man, John really needs to learn how to record his own audio because he sounds like he's underwater.
Correct.
Really?
Yeah, you are.
It's because your room is very like
echoey.
Not being able to record. Yeah, and echoey for sure.
You have an echoey room, John. It's okay.
What if I told you I actually am underwater?
I don't know if I would believe it.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So I am in California, and I've been here for a week. Literally the day after we recorded episode 5, I came out here. I would like to tell you some things about California.
Let's hear it.
On the flight out here, I was in first class, because I'm awesome. And the band paid for it.
Jesus Christ.
No, so I always fly with a hoodie on, and I put my hood over my face, and I kind of will like sleep. I always get a window seat, and I'll kind of sleep, right? So I had fallen asleep, and I guess my mask, I was wearing like a real mask, but I guess it had I didn't sleep the night before. I left at 6 a.m. I got my kids to bed. Like it sucked. My kids were in a very sad. So my mask, when I was sleeping, had kind of like come down a little bit under my nose. I've been asleep for 2 hours.
Mask police
tapped me while I was asleep.
Oh my God.
I'm not sure if I threatened to murder this flight attendant, but in my head I did. I was like, yo, I'm going to kill you. I was asleep. I go, hey man, I'm in the aisle. There's no one next to me. Yeah, I'm fine. Like, I get it. Listen, I understand. I'm on a tube. I don't like being on I didn't like this before coronavirus. You're just breathing all everybody else's air, So like, I hated it in general. Then once I got here, this is a true story. This is going to sound like it's not true, but it is true. I was in a drive-thru the other day because I wanted some Chick-fil-A, and
not wrong.
I got it for Brent and myself. And the lady in front of me in a car was in a convertible, and she kept like looking behind her car at me, and then kind of like, you could tell when someone's complaining and they're like, John disappeared. You can tell when someone's complaining and they're like kind of throwing their arms up in the air, and she kept looking back and kept looking back. So finally I get up to the window, and I asked the lady, I was like, what was her problem? She was like, she was mad that you weren't 6 feet behind her. In my car. In the car. And
were you guys driving a Ford Windstar though?
No, we weren't. We actually only had one car for like the first 5 days, and we all shared it. But I was in it. I was in a giant Tahoe, which the front to me was probably 6 feet behind. Dude, even the lady at Chick-fil-A was like laughing so hard. She was like, yo, she's like, welcome to California.
Time out though. Like going back to the flight. I think it is the dumbest thing to 6 feet, and then you get into a fucking plane and you're 6 inches away from somebody, and they're going to bitch about the mask.
Listen, man, the hypocrisy of all of this with the we can shove 350 people into a plane 6 inches apart where we can't have a rock show. Go fuck yourself.
For real.
Anyway, I'll tell you some interesting facts about California.
Oh, you have facts. Let's hear
Yeah.
it.
California is the avocado capital of the world. I don't know if you knew that.
Good to know.
The largest 3-day rodeo is held in California.
Wait. Not in Texas?
I thought it was the Houston rodeo too, but it's not. Sorry. I didn't write down the city that it's in. My favorite fun fact about California and Thousand Oaks in particular, Los Angeles and Thousand Oaks are actually derived from the Spanish word, everyone drives like a fucking asshole. Did you guys know that?
I feel like I've heard that once before.
Yeah, that's actually what it means in Spanish.
Sounds like an ass.
That's what it means in Spanish. There's only two things that I know, words that are derived from Spanish, and one is La Quinta is actually Spanish for next to Denny's.
Yes, that's true.
Los Angeles / Thousand Oaks is Spanish for everyone drives like an asshole.
Being a Spanish person, I can confirm these are all very true.
Yeah, Paul's Mexican. Paul gets this.
I'll translate.
Yeah. John, what did you do this week?
What did I do?
Yeah.
It was actually 60, 70 degrees up in Massachusetts, so I did a lot of yard work.
Well, I can never tell because you're always shirtless anyway. So all your photos are shirtless, whether it's wintertime or 60 or 70.
I'm shoveling I'm always shirtless in the yard. But no, it actually felt good to like pick up the yard and do some stuff. And I'm trying to plot where I'm going to grow my new blackberry bushes and where I'm going to grow my weed and tobacco and poppy seeds.
Oh,
so
cool.
I'm really going to gravitate towards a really good collection of herbs and stuff to sell.
You have a good green thumb, I feel.
Yeah.
I have a lot of green things.
You're going to get a lot of carbon credits for this, I think.
Yeah, for sure. So I was at the grocery store.
Oh God, here we go.
When I go to the grocery store, I kind of like just know it. Like if I'm by myself, there's no rush. I can just kind of lollygag and just not be in the way, but just at least do it by speed.
Solo grocery store shopping is the best.
It's therapeutic. I don't care where you are. Caldor, Bradley's, Dollar General, anywhere you go with the shopping cart, is it for the long haul.
I literally have zero idea the first two places you mentioned. But
Same.
They're Massachusetts places that were probably found the corruption bar.
We parked the car. We parked the fucking car back to go shopping, kid.
Park safe, kid. And then I was walking down the vegetable, kind of that weird aisle. Well, it's not even an aisle. It's just a bunch of bins full of fruit and vegetables. It makes no rhyme or reason.
Hey, it's called produce.
It's called produce.
Right. So
why is it weird?
It's a weird aisle.
Next to the guy making sushi that probably has never made sushi before. It came to my head.
I'm going to ask a question. Was he white?
I wasn't sure what she was, honestly.
She, okay. He, they, them, she. Okay.
All I know is the sushi is really good. Local catfish. It's awesome. So I'm in there just putz around, looking like avocados and other bullshit to make my own fresh salsa. And it came to my head, outside of pornography, how would a generic run-of-the-mill orgy start, you think?
All right, John, stop. Hold on.
No, because I'm curious because, you just
hold on, time out. Stop.
You're in a house party.
Were you just walking? Stop. Hold on. No.
You're in a house party. You guys are sitting around drinking a bucket of Coors Light, Edwards 40 hit. You're watching TV or radio or Armageddon, and then all of a sudden you're like, you know what, guys? Let's do something. Let's make this a fun kind of how does an orgy start that's not planned?
Okay, hold on. I want to back up real quick. Zach,
they're all planned.
I'm gonna bring you into this. Hold on. Were you walking through the produce section thinking about this?
Yeah, well, I think I picked up some of those English cucumbers. They're
So you thought about an orgy?
Well, I just random thoughts in my head. I'm like, man, I'm really curious how.
Zach, do you want to ask him any questions? Clarify how this happens?
No, I want to ask you a question. I want to ask you why we're 6 episodes in and you're trying to rhyme or reason John's thoughts while doing literally anything.
Anything at this rate. I don't know.
How would it start? You guys they want you to touch
all
my
right, hold on. All right, so I think this is how it would start. Is, hey, honey, I'm feeling adventurous. Me too. Should we bring some more people into the bedroom? Sounds good. Let's get on one of these billion dating apps and see if anybody's interested. That's what I would guess.
Field or the 3 Fun or whatever.
But I don't think it's anybody playing with a cucumber thinking like, hey, I'd really love to have 12
he's
more
the only
people.
one. He's the only one.
John,
sure.
you're the only person thinking this.
Yeah, but like I just picture a bunch of dudes drinking freaking Magic Hat, just watching the Kentucky Derby, all dressed up. They're like, you know what? Let's just get weird. Like,
so Mad Dog 2020 just getting fucking crazy.
Boone's Farm is like, and that starts with like doing body shots into body thrusts.
Zach, this was your idea to have John on this podcast. I want you to remember that.
So
I know Zach has been in some of these recently, so that's why I brought that.
So okay, I don't know.
This is fine.
Here's my question: what number defines an orgy?
I'm gonna describe to everyone right now what an orgy at the Zach house is right now. He plugs in his Traeger grill. He gets a bunch of rubs and spices out. It starts with a sensual kind of shoulder rub, pork rub, kind of like just kneading in the seasonings. And then as the grill gets about 350, Zach is like, all right, everyone in the pool, let's throw some onions, some carrots. We'll bring the temperature up to it because this pool is actually 80 degrees Fahrenheit at all times. We're going to make a man stew, and we're just going to have fun. Put the kids to bed.
Once again, what does barbecuing have to do with an orgy now?
That's how Zach will have an orgy.
Do you know how many people just stopped listening to this episode already?
Is that what you're doing? Yeah, no, I saw the subscribers start falling off.
Yeah, he was just trying to. I want to do a live like Twitch podcast just so we can watch people leave when John starts or watch people get more interested. I'm not really sure what our following is just yet. We're just starting this thing out. I can tell. Okay, first off, again, I think you need to see somebody. I think this is like a thing where you need to go and have, I don't know, have your dreams analyzed, or your
therapist.
You're a therapist, a psychologist. No, I don't think you need a psychiatrist. I think you need a psychologist. I think you need to get somebody in there, kind of rearrange the Rubik's Cube a little bit.
A lobotomist for sure.
Now, okay, so did we decide what number an orgy is?
I would say at least an odd number.
5.
Yeah, at least 5.
Okay. Well, I've been in a couple 2-tree 5-person situations.
Whoa. You're just going to casually drop this in the podcast?
That's why I brought it up. I know he's dabbling, but tell us about the ones with just the guys though.
I was waiting for it, John.
That's going to be for the Patreon. Actually. Okay. So I would listen, before I met my wife, I lived a life. I could say that. John, you actually know the story of why I stopped drinking. So,
oh God, now I can't wait to hear this.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that on here.
Zach couldn't walk right for a week. That's why.
So we were doing something one time, and there were 2 or 3 lovely ladies who were texting me and asking me, if I wanted to come, like hang out or whatever. And I had 2 buddies with me, and they were like, "Come on, you got to do that, whatever, do the thing." And I said, "Listen," I said, "everybody's F-wording or nobody's F-wording, because I take care of my friends. That's what I do.
Okay,
I'm a good man."
Is this felching?
This happened in 2006. And so I said, everyone's getting it in or no one's getting it in. Sure. I was like, because we were like leaving a town or something. And it was like, I wasn't trying to like go. I was already like on the way, whatever. It wasn't like they were already there. They were trying to convince me to come over there. It was 3 young ladies.
Everybody freeze.
Trying to convince me to come over there. And when I say young, I mean,
everybody
25. Not young. So
the hell just happened?
They agreed, and then that's how that happened. So that has happened. So that's how it started for me, was a text message of me being like, "Yo, ain't no fun if the homies can't have none."
I like that.
What are you doing, Paul? What's happening over there?
You guys froze entirely.
Oh, well.
Paul is actually taking his pants off as we speak.
Yeah.
Paul was getting really aroused.
It just
by
got
that
heavy.
whole deal. I got a little heavy about it. Yeah. So that's how for me that, the couple times this happened for me, that's what it was. And, usually it was girls like trying to have like me in the middle of their like thing.
So to clarify an orgy, are you switching up partners and everything?
Yeah.
That makes
Now,
it.
tell us about the mood lighting, the music. What is there anything on TV playing? Maybe like Anaconda. Or
Yeah,
I
what
think
was on
Family
TV?
Guy. Yeah. I think Family Guy.
That sounds like a 2006 orgy.
Yeah.
I prefer Simon Birch. I like something really emotional, yet something you can like not look at while doing stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's fine too.
Yeah,
if
totally.
If that's what you want to do. I mean,
Imagine that one guy or girl
Oh, God.
that's in the middle of an
Oh
orgy
no.
that doesn't want to partake, but's trying to like eat like guac and chips or like watch the TV. The people are just going around him.
Dude, why does he do this?
What?
This is you asked him to be on this podcast.
That's a great that's a good image I think we can work with.
So I want to
What
talk
are
to
we
you.
what are we working with?
I want to
For
talk.
what?
What?
What are we working with? I mean, I think we're working with. I'm trying to evaluate the psyche of a person that doesn't want to be partaking in an orgy.
You
They
need
have
your
to-
psyche evaled.
That actually has to partake in the orgy by not actually the sexual stuff, but like has to be in the room with like you're watching TV or you're just trying to stay distracted.
You're trying to say that someone maybe wouldn't want to be there?
Right, but they can't leave because they're like, oh fuck, I'm the DD.
Why can't? Was this like the Hotel California? You can't
I'm
check
the
out.
DD.
You can
Yeah,
leave.
no, here's the thing.
DD.
You can never leave, yeah.
Would you be in an orgy with the Eagles? And I'm not talking about the bird.
I know who you're talking about. Oh man.
Okay, Zach,
And the title of this podcast is Orgy with the Eagle.
Orgy with the Eagles for sure.
Okay, this is a question for Paul and Zach.
Oh no.
Zach, would you rather Zach or Paul? Would you
Oh,
rather?
I hate this
rather,
game.
Either one of you. You don't have to. It's just your choice.
is
You don't
John's
have to
favorite
piece it
game.
together.
Yeah.
Would you rather be in an orgy with Fleetwood Mac, be with the classic lineup, or Skillet?
Fleetwood. Oh man, I was going to say Fleetwood Mac has girls in it, but Skillet. Can't answer that. I'm friends with the people in Skillet. They're
no,
good.
you gotta answer it.
Christian. They're. I'm not answering this.
Answer it.
I refuse to.
Come on.
I can't.
Come
Dude,
on.
this is the shit that goes on Blabbermouth.
Then I know what you're gonna say just by you not
Thank
answering.
you very much.
So
Yeah,
if
I
anybody's
would- I
wondering,
would
hey,
go-
real quick, if anybody's wondering, he's not choosing Fleetwood Mac.
I would go to Fleetwood Mac just for the cranberry juice.
Oh man, I didn't pick anything. I didn't. This is the shit that makes Blabbermouth.
John's
right here.
gonna get us in trouble.
This is what makes Blabbermouth right here. This is what does it. John does it. John's the one who sets this up.
John
for things
is
like
the
this.
writer of Blabbermouth.
Yeah, he may be. We've never figured out who those guys are, so he very well could be. I would like to talk more about my hate for California. So I was parked. I just had a solo sushi dinner by myself, and I went and sat in my car, and my son was FaceTiming me. There's another story that comes along with this as well. My son was FaceTiming me, and so when I got in the car, all of a sudden, on your camera, when you're FaceTiming, the picture of you is down or here. You can move it wherever, right? Well, it was clear. It was like see-through. I couldn't see it. And I was like, what is happening right now? And I realized what the CarPlay does in California. You can't see yourself and they can't see you if you're FaceTiming. It just turns into a call because the regulations.
Wow.
And I couldn't turn it off. I turned off my Bluetooth. By the way, as soon as I got in the car too, it automatically went into my phone and turned on my do not disturb.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude. This place is North Korea, dude.
Fuck California.
This is North Korea. And then I saw an article the other day that said that about what did you say about an orgy?
No, I said with worse like sushi. The sushi's better in North Korea.
Oh, okay, well, probably. So anyway, So yeah, so this place. Oh, I saw an article the other day that said they're going to open up theme parks, but you can't scream on roller coasters.
I saw that.
That was real. You said that was a real thing.
That's a real thing. Kim Jong Newsom, dude. Which, by the way, Porter told me yesterday that he's probably going to get recalled as governor. I hope they bring Arnold back, dude.
They got over 2 million votes, and you need I think 85% of them to come back as legit actual people sign up for them. They're well past that threshold.
That's what I don't know anything about that. I don't keep up with California politics, but Porter lives here, and Porter said, yeah, they're probably gonna recall him, which great, because I think they should bring back Arnold, because Arnold ran the shit out of this state, and I think that would be very great. Anyway,
only because you can have the "I'll be back" slogan as well. So
I'll be back. Yeah,
amazing.
People will come back to California because everyone's moved out because it is reminiscent of North Korea. So on that call, my son calls me, and the last couple times I've been leaving, I haven't had to leave a lot this year, but when I leave, he's just turned into a total a-hole 4-year-old. Just, mean to his brother, not listening to his mom, talking back. And so I'm on the phone, scolding him. Being like, hey man, I need you to help me. We always have a talk before I leave. Hey man, when I leave, you're the man of the house. I need you to take care of mama. I need you to take care of Avery. I need you to listen. I need you to help when mama asks you to do stuff. So he's just being all tough guy, whatever. And so I'm like, hey man, I kind of get loud with him. I'm like, hey, listen to me. I can't see myself because California's taking my rights away while sitting in a car parked at a sushi restaurant. So he can't see me that I'm saying this. And all of a sudden he starts bawling, crying. And he's like, I just miss you. And I just wish you would come home right now, not tomorrow. Right now. And I go, hey man, I know. I said, but Dad, we were very blessed. Dad, I had a whole year where I didn't have to work really. And I didn't have to leave you. And I could just work from home. I go, but now I got to work. It's time to work. I said, so you can come back to shows and we can have some fun and I can make some new Dad I Rock. And so then he starts crying even harder and he goes, Dada. And I go, yeah. He goes, I'm really nervous about turning 5. He goes, my life has just been really great being 4. And I was like,
that's a good complaint.
I'm raising a ball of anxiety like myself. He's nervous
That's your
about
child.
I'm
100%.
nervous about turning 5 years old because his life has been so great when he's 4. I was like, I can't imagine the psyche of a kid. I guess I can because I'm doing this podcast with a complete lunatic. So yep. I
the
can't.
Fuck you say?
No, John. So for me, I don't know. It's so weird to hear him say that. Kids stress out about turning a year older when they're 4 years old. He's like, oh, I'm just really stressed out about turning 5. I think his emotional kind of gets him when I'm gone, but yeah.
That's your child. Say no more. That is no DNA test required because that is your kid to a goddamn T.
We don't need that either.
Well, after we heard about these 2 last couple parties you've been to, we might want to do a DNA check.
First off, these were, I don't know, almost 20 years ago. Way before I had kids and way before I was married. So that John, now I'm doing a very John thing. I'm switching subjects. I freaked Paul out this weekend because I told him I had never had a pizza roll.
What, the frozen pizza roll thing?
Yeah. So I was 36 the first time I had a pizza roll.
I think they're crap.
I massively disagree. I actually got mad at myself that I had wasted part of my life not knowing what they were in a pinch moment, dude.
I mean, the thing that upset me was,
I would, if I was hungover or it was a group of people coming over for an orgy, maybe sure, but I'm not. If I'm hungry, I'd rather get a Stromboli or a proper pizza.
Yo, real quick, top 3 orgy snacks if people that come into your house for an orgy.
Which snacks for the OG with the Eagles?
All right, here we go.
Pizza rolls, number 1.
I am going potato skins because you might be able to make some sour cream. Number 2.
Oh God,
John! I'm going mozzarella sticks because when they cool down, they get a little harder. You might need that action. Number 3.
Oh my God.
Number 3. I am going artichoke dip with those pita chips because I just love pita.
We're never gonna get sponsors for this podcast.
We're never getting sponsors, and we're never having an orgy together, John.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, if you have artichoke dip, I'm coming.
I'm surprised you didn't choose the blooming onion.
He does love a good onion.
I respect that too much. Sorry.
He respects the blooming onion too much. No, we can't do the blooming onion. That's something I take very sacred. I can't. Speaking of.
So another thing I came across this weekend.
Oh, no.
I play Call. No, this is actually. I want your take on this because it's about video games. I play Call of Duty, and like I just love the violence. I love the killing. Like shocker, right? But then I got thinking. When I play sporting games, whether it's NBA 2K or NFL or whatever, I'll create my player, create my team, but I won't play every game unless it's football. Like if by basketball, I jump ahead, create GM, I'm not playing every game. It came to my realization talking with a friend today that my friend, who I now think is a psychopath, will play and create a character for NBA 2K, whatever the latest one is, will play every minute. 12-minute quarters of every game of the season and playoffs. I find that really
that's a psychopath.
Psychotic. Like
that's your friend.
Right. That's why we get along. But I'm like, dude, you honestly play. I think 5-minute quarters, 3 or 4 games a night, no problem. No, I play a full game. I'm like, well, he goes, I take 20-minute like halftime. I'm like, dude, are you freaking kidding me right now?
So when the halftime goes, he lets the halftime run?
Oh, dude, it's legit. Like he's actually GMing this bullshit franchise.
I gotta ask I know my brother does some kind of crazy stuff like this. Hold on, I'm texting him right now.
So while you're doing that, so I play Madden, okay? We'll play Madden and it's like you gotta play the entire game. It gives you a lot more credit.
I get it.
Yeah. It gives you more credit if you play through the full game, if you're not just rushing through it. Okay, that's understandable. I don't know how NBA works.
He calls timeouts. Who calls a timeout in a video game? Timeout for me is unplug the controller and throw it.
I'll call timeout on Madden when it's like, hey, shit, I need to like stop the clock so I get the ball back kind of thing. Yeah, I'll actually play like how you should be playing, but never to like because, oh yeah, my guys need a break, should call a timeout.
There are people that will pitch complete games, call relievers in those baseball games, and not simulate their bat.
That's insane to me.
You with that, I'm just, God bless.
I play the normal like 6-minute quarters on 2K. I play 2K. That's really the only Xbox game I play.
With your brothers too, right?
Yeah, I play it with my brothers a lot. That's like when we go in like the street mode and the gym, and we'll all play together because there's enough of us to play. But I just texted Nick. He's texting me back now. He plays 8-minute quarters, but he plays the whole thing and he plays every game. I skip games. Like I'll skip 5.
Yeah, why wouldn't you? If your team, like, it's just, what are you chasing? The 72, the Bulls, what are you trying to create the?
So on my brother's career, he said he plays 8-minute periods, but he plays the whole game. He'll do the whole. I mean, I play the whole game, but I play like 6-minute.
It's not the full normal quarter, but that's
12 minutes though. 12 minutes is, you have a lot of time on your hands to play a 12-minute game on an Xbox where you're playing.
He doesn't have to work really, like he works 9-to-5 job, but he goes off depending on like the wife or like chores or something he's at the house. I can play like 2 or 3 games a night when I play for a season. I'm just like, dude, you're a psycho.
So what I do is I go into phases with Xbox, right? So like if I've been home for a minute, I'll be honest, the whole time during the pandemic, I barely played at all. Like I hardly ever played. Because what happens is my kids don't go to bed early. They go to bed kind of late, like 9:30, which means 10:30. Me and the wife will get in bed and have some dad-wife time, and then we'll watch some shows.
Invite the friends over.
Yep. Invite all of our friends over, and
invite all the Zachs over. All the Chris's.
By that, it's the orgy full of Zachs, dude.
That'd be great.
By that time,
Zachary Taylor Thomas is there.
That's Jonathan Taylor Thomas. I think you're thinking of Zachary Ty Bryan, who played the older brother on Home Improvement, because you're the weirdest person I know.
Yeah.
So yeah. By that time, by like, midnight, 1:00 in the morning, like I ain't trying to like get up and play Xbox. And so I don't think during the pandemic, I really played Xbox at all. Before that, I was playing it. And then when we were out here making the Smith and Myers record, Sanjay talked me into buying one of those like portable gaming systems. So I bought the Xbox, I bought the little case with the TV. I had that set up. Yeah. And I've played Call of Duty maybe like 4 times and I am the worst at it.
I'm bad at it, dude. I used to be good.
We should start playing. It's a blast.
We can start playing.
Steve Hopkins, Sanjay, dude, we just shoot each other in the face.
Yeah, we can play. I'm down to do that. I gotta get back into it. Like I don't even have the Xbox One yet or the One X. I don't have. I'm way behind on the gaming.
But I think Paul should describe our love of NFL Blitz of the arcade.
Yeah, dude.
You know what's crazy is because we were in North Dakota.
North Korea.
We were in South Dakota, actually, I believe.
So we were in South Dakota at a hotel. That hotel was incredible. I love that hotel.
It was very scary, but okay.
And then
people have died there.
And then we had a day off there though. And there was a bar arcade and everybody, the whole crew was going over there. Band members were going over there. So we're like, all right, let's go over there. Out of nowhere, the 3 of us were like Blitz. And we all just knew, we're like, this is all 3 of our childhoods. And we all started playing.
We dropped $40 in that Blitz game.
That one game. Yeah.
Right.
And then it was like, fuck, man, that was so much fun. Next day, right across the street was this little comic book shop. And we found a Nintendo 64.
I wasn't with you guys. You
weren't. It
walked
was me.
in with it the next day.
We came in. We're like, hey, where's the TV for the band room? We just set it up. But yeah, Blitz is.
There's a video of that. I'll send it to JR and he can put in the video of us playing.
Me and I just ran in for a touchdown. Oh bullshit! He caught that.
Yes.
Playing this. Yeah, so for me, like that game was always fun because like that's like one of the biggest shit talking games. You play it with your friends, like you talk so much. Like
that's what we did.
People talk about like all these kids on like Call of Duty and like, you know, like the best comment was like when Myers Leonard dropped that total racial slur when he was playing and it was all over the news. Ugh. The best comment was on Bleacher Report in the Instagram. They're like, oh, y'all don't know what was it? Oh, it said, oh, y'all ain't ready for Call of Duty warfare chats. I was like, yeah, basically, because all it is 12-year-old kids saying racial slurs the entire time. That's all. Now, every time I've ever been on there for like 2 seconds, I'm like, I want to find these kids' house and go spank them. All of them.
Now, I feel like that ultimately puts your friendship to the test. If you can get through a shit-talking game of Blitz, back in the day, that was like, you were boys after that. All right, fuck you. Let's go play. Like, let's go do something else now. But like...
Then you always have the little brother syndrome, though, of that like he would be losing. He'd turn off the N64, dude.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I hated
the
that.
joystick out, unplug the arcade machine.
That's going far, yeah. That's going far when you unplug the arcade machine, but yeah, I feel you about that. That's the thing, though, is like, that to me, that was the original Call of Duty type shit talking game.
Yes.
Like, where you're talking smack to your friends. That and NBA Jam. Because NBA Jam was kind of along the same line as Blitz, right? Because it was like wasn't real. You could punch people in the face and knock them down, and like so. I really enjoyed that. I remember seeing a review one time on NBA Jam where they're like, "This is horrible. It's not real basketball. They can push people."
It's great.
It's probably why. It's probably why for like the last like I don't know 25 years I've hated reviews. Like I hate Yelp. Like I despise Yelp.
So you never go to Yelp to check a review on any kind of food?
Fuck no. You know why, man? Because I know who people are in this country. You know what I mean? I know these like generic ass white people who like go to a restaurant and they're like literally. So I wanted to go to a place the other day and I literally, you know, I looked at it on Maps, but automatically on Maps, the first 3 Yelp reviews come up or whatever. And it was like, it was the most California shit, dude. It was like, they weren't wearing gloves, blah, blah, blah. Wearing gloves?
They gave me a straw.
Oh, they gave me a plastic straw. I'm never. And you can ruin a company by, first off, I don't like Yelp because you don't even have to show up to give a review. I can literally, Paul, if you had a restaurant, I can give you a review right now and be like, the waiter was sexist and They served my mojito and it didn't have enough mint in it.
And that you're right though, it could ruin a company.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so I hate that. Like, I hate the whole Yelp review system. It's the same reason. Like, I hate critics of any kind. Right? I don't understand the job of being a critic. Right? So here's why, and I'll tell you. So if say I'm a food critic, okay? Well, I like what I like. So if I go to a vegan restaurant, they're gonna get shit review because I don't like vegan food.
Right.
Yep.
You know, like I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like it's so weird to me, like that job, that whole job is weird.
Yeah.
I just find it awkward or bizarre where it's like we live in a society where let's be negative. Those same people, they're right. They have a shitty experience because their napkins are folded like an origami panda's asshole. Are the same people that if they have a great meal won't say awesome things about that restaurant.
No,
That's why
nobody
you're
writes
right.
good shit.
You're
Nobody
100% right. Very rarely. And if they do write a good review, I can tell you what they look like and they drive a minivan.
100%.
You know, that's the thing.
I just don't. Why are we in a society where? Is I actually had this in my notes because I'm going through like our podcast here, my other one, Spear Talk, and I see like these random thumbs down on like videos. I'm like, well, maybe it's a mistake. 'Cause normally that's what happens with people on phones and stuff. But then I'm like, for me personally, if I didn't like a video or I'm not going to watch the content, but I'm also not going to go on there and say, oh, I'm not going to watch this. I hate LeBron James. I am not going to go to a LeBron James video or whatever and give it a thumbs down and say he's a shitty basketball player, a shitty human. I don't care. I just don't get these people that randomly do all this negative stuff where it's like, if you don't like it, just don't. No one cares. No one
It's
cares.
also kind of this new guard of people who are like the people that are like love each other and love everybody no matter what and let everybody do what they want to do, but they're the ones who always leave the negative ass comments. So it's just like so weird. Like it's okay if it's on Instagram. Like, you know, you can go to a Kim Kardashian post and tell her you wish she was dead, but you're like peace and love and let everybody do what they want to do.
Oh,
like it's so fucking stupid, man.
Live, love,
I
and
hate that,
laugh.
man.
Yeah, dude.
I hate
YOLO.
that, man. Don't buy the CD, don't go to the show. But that doesn't bother you because you know what? The person that hates that band, you have 20 people that love that band. And those people's voices get overshadowed by this bullshit anti-negative where it's just, oh God.
It's also the Facebook thing, right? It's also the aspect of like people will come on. This is my biggest pet peeve. And I've kind of stopped engaging with the animals, you know, but people come on my Facebook page on a post that I wrote that usually really isn't hot button or anything. And we'll be like, say something negative. And you guys know me. I'm kind of known on Facebook for being a roast master, if you will. And
it's also your page.
As Barry says, I will take so much on the bus. Like I'll just get ribbed all the time. And Barry's famous quote is, he goes, he will sit quietly forever. He's like, but when he gives it back to you, he goes, he will put your ass in therapy.
Yeah, he go cutthroat. You go cutthroat.
No, I wait. I'm like when people are like, oh, blah blah blah, and like we'll talk, you know, like talk smack about me on the bus, and they're, you know, everybody. It's all in jest, right? Everyone's joking, and I'll take it, and I'll take the first dozen. I won't say anything back. I'm not going for the little.
You're like, yeah, your mom doesn't love you.
I will say this. I think it was around 2019. Like me and Barry and Eric, or someone had done.
You disappeared again.
There was a joke or something where but I ran with it and it was funny. Like Zach's laughing, but we get to a mall on a day off and my girlfriend looks really young and we're walking by Claire's,
I think I remember this.
accessory stores. And for whatever reason, I don't know if it was the timing or because Zach had just pent up
I can't even hold together.
What he said, dude, my stomach hurt. Barry and I were like when Barry gets laughing really hard, he does like the tear wipe, dude. It was whatever Zach said about my girlfriend working at Claire's, dude. It was the most insane, the most perfect joke. Perfect.
I don't remember what it was. So John's girlfriend Erin does look. She's not young, but she looks young.
Yes.
She's just like a young looking person.
Which good for her. I'm
Good
jealous.
for her. Yeah. That's going to come in handy when she's 40. But right now, I think I said something along, he said something to me and I'm paraphrasing. I'm not sure what I said, but I think I said something along the lines of like, oh, at least I'm not fucking an ear piercer from Claire's or something. It was something like that. But that's my thing is like, so anyway, back to the Facebook thing. I don't like, I try not to give it back to people as much as I really want to, but people will come on my page, people I've never met, I've never heard of, I don't know their name, and talk smack. And then when I give it back to them, I'll have fans come and go, oh, so this is how you talk to fans? I'm like, first off, I didn't go to, to Joseph's page, and I didn't even know Joseph existed. And now he comes on my page talking shit about something. It'll be like a picture of my kids or something. And he'd be like, that's
Fuck
why
Joseph.
He's like, that's why your last 3 records suck. And I'm like,
Yeah, bro.
so I did one on the page the other day. It really didn't get any negative. It was on the Shinedown page. I posted the picture of me and Stone Cold. And I was wearing an All Saints sweatshirt. There's like a long kind of knitted sweatshirt. And a guy goes, oh, come on, bro. My mom has that sweater. And I said, yeah, where do you think I got it from? And so the comments, the comments lit up, dude. Like, I think there's like 3,000 likes on this one comment. And then like people are doing like the whole, like posting all the memes and stuff. But then one guy goes, literally, it's a photo of me and Stone Cold. That's all it is. And one guy goes, yeah, this is probably why you guys are getting so soft. And then here's my problem with the Facebook commenters. When we don't have to defend ourselves, right? Our fans are brutal and I love it. They're brutal, dude. They're like me. They're just cutthroat.
Did they rip him apart?
They ripped him apart. The dude had like 11 chins, so it's like they just start ripping this dude, right? And then I come on and go, hey, maybe you shouldn't be such a douchebag. And then they're like, oh, this is how you guys talk to your fans. I go, no, I don't listen. I got tough skin, man. You can say whatever you want about me and my band. But when you start, he was going at fans and like personally making fun of fans for commenting back to him. And I was like, no, that's when I kind of get involved. And I ended up deleting it anyway. But my point is, it's this mentality, right? It's the same thing as the Yelp review. It's people who go, I need to be negative about this for no reason at all. It's not helping my life. It's not helping anyone's life. Listen, if you go to a restaurant and it was actually genuinely bad and there was like an insect in your food or whatever, be like, hey, I went there. There was a roach in my biscuit. Which by the way, that's happened to me and Chris Allen one time. I'll save that for another time. But
the waiter jerked you off or something.
Yeah, that's a 5-star
Where was
review.
that? I was gonna say, where is that?
That's not, the restaurant's
Golden
not even
Sprout.
there anymore. Actually,
Damn.
the restaurant's gone. But if you do that and go, hey, it was like this. They didn't offer to take care of my meal. Kind of bullshit. Here's 2 stars. You know what I mean? But like to be like, the vibe was weird. The music was a little too loud. Our apps weren't hot. Like, come on, man. Like, just walk away, dude. I've never sent food back in my entire life.
I never have either.
I did one
just
time,
don't
and
eat it, and
I
then they
felt
ask you
bad about
again,
even
you
doing it.
What'd you say, John?
No, like, even if like the meal is like something's off with it, I won't eat it. And then when they come, they're like, hey, what's wrong? Sometimes I'll leave a line, but I just want the feeling, well, okay, the box is home. But then as soon as I get outside, I throw it into their car. But no, that's a joke.
No, it wasn't.
But yeah, I'm just like, hey, like I get the job they're in. Like it's not the waiter's fault unless they purposely fucked up the order. But I'm just like, you know what? Hey, I just
Dude, running a restaurant must be the most submissive job of all time.
You hate your life
Because you got to
Customer is always right.
I remember Chris, because Chris Allen worked at a barbecue place in Memphis forever and was the GM, and always had to like come out and be like, you say Hooters. You have to be able to record your own audio because we can't hear. Sometimes when I talk and you try to talk
It
over me,
delays.
I can't hear you. So that's why, like I told you last time, like I'd sometimes laugh at stuff late. I'm like, I can't hear what he said, but I think he said Hooters. So he would be the GM, and like people would be like, yeah, blah blah blah. This wasn't this, and you like got to give him free food, and you always have to be like, yep, yes ma'am, yes ma'am, yes ma'am.
Fuck
But,
off.
like, dude, I couldn't. There's no way, dude. I could never be in food service. I would literally, you know what I would be? I would be Michael Douglas and Falling Down. I would be that every day. I'd be like, sir, we're not serving breakfast anymore. All I want is some breakfast.
One of my favorite movies is Waiting. That movie.
Waiting.
Oh my God, that movie's
terrifying. Terrifying. But yeah.
It'd be cool if you became Michael Douglas and Ant-Man, though.
Yeah. He's that's Hank Pym, right?
Yeah. I think that'd be a good, just get really big and just step on the restaurant.
He's fine. Anyway, one last random thing for me. I love, well, this is, of course,
I love orgies.
Paul loves him too. I love Jerry Seinfeld. I love him. And comedians in cars getting coffee is one of my favorite shows.
Me too.
Ever. So back kind of on the pizza roll thing, I've never tried coffee before in my life. I took a sip of it once when I was like younger.
Psychopath.
Maybe. I've never tried coffee. I've been because I've watched so much comedians in cars getting coffee. I'm thinking about trying. I think I want to try coffee, but I want to have a Mike Ditka-esque kicking and screaming thing with like Will Ferrell, where Mike Ditka's just going through all the coffees, like, you know, and then he's like, "Oh, that's my vodka," you know, like that scene. I want to have that. I want to have a coffee person, which would probably be my wife because she is a coffee. John's been to my house.
Incredible coffee station. Even his kids are making espressos, latte, steamers. Like, it just freaks me out.
Yo, so side notes, right? Brent heard this story the other day and now makes me tell it to everyone we see. So Brent, I told him this story and he's like, "You got to tell the story to Dave," when we were at the studio. So my mom came over one day, and John's been to my house. My wife has we have a butler pantry that's a big, it's like a second kitchen basically. The whole countertop is coffee. Like 8 different machines that do God knows what. I have no idea. All the same thing as far as I'm concerned, other than cost me money is what they do. So my mom came over one day and I think my wife was in the shower and she goes, "Hey, I want to make coffee, but I don't know how to use it." I go, "I don't know how to use any of this shit."
You're like, "Yeah, me either."
So my 4-year-old son he goes, "Mima, you want me to make you coffee?" And I was like, "What?" I had never seen him do this. And she goes, "Yeah, I will just wait for mom." And he goes, "I can do it." I was like, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "I can do it." Goes and gets his little stepladder that he has that he helps me cook with. Goes, gets it, brings it over to the coffee station to Air Force One, this giant thing. And goes, do you want decaf or caffeinated?" And she goes, "I want caffeinated." And he goes, "Okay." So he puts the thing in and I'm like, "What is he doing?" He's like, "Get a cup." He's like, "I can't reach the cups."
Get a cup, idiot.
Yeah, he's like, "Get a cup." So she gets her cup, puts it in. He does the thing. He goes, "You want froth milk?" And I'm like, "What did he just say?" He goes, "Want froth milk?" And she's like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Okay, well, I can't reach the milk. So you got to go get the milk and bring it back here and I'll froth your milk."
Your milk.
My mom went and got milk, came back. My son poured it into the frother, frothed the milk.
Your 4-year-old frothed milk.
Frothed milk.
That's a good word.
Poured it. Did an overpour on her coffee.
Had a good little heart.
No, he's not good at that. He can't draw with his hands. He definitely can't draw with froth milk. So, and made it for her. I was like, "Oh my God." I took a picture. I'll just give the picture to JR. We'll throw it in here. Yeah, I was mind blown. So anyway, maybe my wife would be the person. I'm thinking about trying coffee. I want to be like, okay, this is black coffee. This is coffee with a little cream. This is coffee with cream and sugar. Like, I want to try it, see if there's something I like, because I love the statehood of like drinking coffee. I think that's really cool.
I agree. And every 7 years your taste buds change. I have tried coffee. Like, I make it a point. I'm going to try coffee. I'm going to try coffee.
You're not a coffee person either.
But here's the thing. I'm with you because the statehood of drinking coffee with your friends. Hey, you want to go grab a coffee? Yeah, that sounds cool.
You know how many people ask me to go get coffee?
And I'm like, yeah, I'll drink. I'll have a tea. Like,
yeah, and I'll have an iced tea.
Yeah, I'll have a frappuccino that doesn't have any coffee in it. But it's like
vanilla bean frap.
You guys want to get a prime rib, or you guys want to do a cheeseburger? All right,
I'll do that.
You guys want to do a prime rib or something?
Do you know how many people in California, my friends, especially when I'm out here, like I've gotten 8 texts from people being like, "Hey, let's go grab a coffee." I'm like, "I don't drink." Oh. I'll drink
You should
coffee.
feel-
I'll have a hot chocolate.
Yeah, it's not even cold out, but I'll have a hot chocolate. Paul,
Oh,
it's
boy.
time.
Is
It's
it?
time. Read the news.
Paul reads the news. Paul reads the news.
La 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 la.
Ken sent us this one the other day.
The arsonist has oddly shaped feet. The arsonists have oddly shaped feet.
Unique New York. Unique New
Human
York.
Torch is the guy at the bank.
How now, brown cow? Ken sent us this one the other day to me and John, I think. I kind of just want to read you the title.
Okay.
Yes.
Pilot named Badlands McNally.
Badlands McNally.
Badlands McNally arrested for having over 100 pounds of meth on a plane.
He was a pilot?
Yeah.
Was he like a commercial plane?
Yeah. But hold on. His name
Because
is
his
Badlands
brother-in-law was Bigfoot.
Badlands McNally, dude.
McNally. How incredible is that? I want that. The name alone has me.
If I have another kid, I'm naming him Badlands McNally Myers.
You won't.
That's a sick name, dude.
Have you gotten snipped? Are you gonna go for another one?
That's a whole podcast.
On episode 7, we're gonna talk
That's a
about
whole- that's
your
a whole
nuts getting
podcast.
snipped.
We are
No,
we're
I haven't
gonna
done it. I don't know if I'm gonna do it, but yeah, we've started a conversation.
We should
say
put
that.
that.
Well,
We should.
hold on because there could be a cool orgy scenario that comes out next couple of years. Let's not jump to conclusions. Let's not be selfish.
Where I just
Zach.
get everybody pregnant.
All right, so
Yeah.
this is one that we're gonna want to deep dive on because
Okay.
it pissed me off royally. Monopoly's community chest gets canceled for not being woke enough.
What?
People are pissed about, oh, you want a beauty pageant, or you're getting your tax refund was too high, or whatever the hell the case may be. So now it's getting fucking canceled.
Monopoly?
because the options aren't good.
Yeah, because community chest isn't good, so now it's getting fucking not Monopoly, just the community chest options or the cards are getting changed.
Well, no, what's the new one going to be? Oh, you have a sex change. You joined the girls' basketball team and score 100 points. Collect $200. Like, come on, dude.
I swear to God, I actually read this because I was so pissed about it. But they're pissed. Apparently, there were issues with winning a beauty contest, receiving a tax refund, getting a bank error in your favor.
Bro, everybody's gotten a tax refund in the last 2 weeks, but me. Like, what about all the stimulus stuff? Like, what is that?
So they're fucking They want to change the community chest cards because they want to cancel them.
That's so stupid. I don't understand
Fuck
that.
out of here with all this cancel culture bullshit.
Again,
Side note, though, has anyone here actually finished a game of Monopoly without yelling at someone? Or
no.
No, that
You're always
ruins
yelling at somebody.
ruins friendship. That is the game. If you want to talk about a game that ruins friendships, it's Monopoly. Like,
Yeah.
you drag somebody through the mud for hours just to, and then they're just begging and pleading to not take their last hotel, and then finally you take it, and they're like, "Fuck you, I'm out." Like,
Yeah, yeah, dude. That's kind of why I love it though. A little bit.
ruins friendships.
It's the best.
Let's take their money. Tell them a piece of shit. Jump on the train.
I
then
don't
take the
understand like why I don't know, whatever. I don't want to talk about it. Why mess with it? Like, it's so stupid. Like, what is winning a beauty pageant? Like, why is that offensive?
I would have been. I love it.
Because there's ugly people too.
Yeah, ugly people matter.
Fine, we'll
Here's
make
the thing.
we'll
Those
make you.
ugly people aren't gonna win the pageant, are they?
Yeah.
Here's a box of Slim Jims. Go back to your cave and come back next year.
Well, we'll make a Monopoly card too that also says, "Okay, you won the pageant where it looks like you got beat by a sock full of nickels. Congratulations."
Right.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
This
Yeah,
one,
that's right. Yeah,
this one just kind of caught me off guard because I was like, I didn't even know this guy was still around. To be honest, naked cowboy Robert Berg arrested during Florida bike festival. Now that says so many. That says so many things in one fucking naked cowboy arrested
that.
in a Florida bike week.
Was that Leesburg? Was that Leesburg Bike Festival?
No, it was probably
Probably.
Daytona. It's probably Daytona.
I didn't even know that guy was still around or still relevant.
It was probably Daytona. What's the story? Can you read us the story?
It's just he was arrested for essentially panhandling for taking money. People were
but that's
putting
kinda
money
what
in
he
his
always-
guitar. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
What he always did,
And
right?
he got arrested for
New York-
panhandling in
New York
Florida.
City, right?
Yeah.
I don't understand. What's wrong with that?
Last time I saw that guy was on TRL. What's that tell you?
No, I've been to New York a lot, so we would just see him around still. I don't understand that. Like, what is that? I don't understand what the
because you can't be taking money from people on the streets, I guess.
Well, why not? People do it all the time.
That's what I fucking said. And I'm like, dude, the guy's playing a guitar in a fucking diaper or fucking underwear or whatever.
That's
like,
busking. That's not panhandling.
Yeah, that's like passenger meets like whoever. Like he's good to go.
You're technically working.
He's got a great body.
Also, this guy's 50 years old. You didn't find something else to do? You're making that much money playing guitar in your underwear?
I mean, I think that's kind of all he's done.
Every celebrity wants to take a picture with that guy.
What is he like? Hey, $5 for a headshot or what?
I think if you take a picture, he just like takes like a donation.
Yeah, or 20 for an orgy.
Jesus Christ! This title of this podcast is just John Talks Orgy.
John talks about orgies the entire time, which is fine if that's what you wanted. If you want to do that,
he just tries to bring an orgy into every topic.
Yeah. Anyway, let's talk more about orgies. Yeah. Okay, so I have one last one, and this is great. Ahead. So I'm curious how John brings orgy into this. I'm a baseball fan. Chicago Cubs prospect busted at spring training with 21 pounds of meth in his equipment bag.
Where was he coming from?
No, he was at spring training. And he had his training bag, and it had 21 pounds of meth.
I think this is a bigger.
Distribute it? Like, what was going on?
I think this is a bigger conversation. I think we need to talk about how much we pay our very treasured single A baseball players.
Yeah, what does that tell you?
This guy's clearly not making enough money that he needs to go and sell 21 pounds of meth. This is like the Walter White of single A, baby. This guy is making dreams happen. You know what I'm saying? And also probably murdering people.
He's chatting him up on first base. Yo, man, I got a key if you want one. Like, he's like, nah, I'm good. Next guy comes up to bat. Hey, I got a key if you want anything. Like,
he's stealing bags already.
This dude's sitting at first base like, hey man, you need any meth?
I got a sack if you need a sack of meth.
He's like, yo man, I'm trying to steal second base right now.
Hey,
you know what'll help you steal second base? Take a little hit of this right here, baby. You be flying. You be like Ricky Henderson, baby.
Yeah, just close your eyes these next 4 pitches, all right? Yeah, thanks.
Yo. That dude was getting. Why does this guy always throw out the third base runner?
Yeah, right.
It's dude because he's cranked out of his mind, dude. That's sick though. I love that. I love the idea. Would you say he's a first baseman too?
I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there.
Whatever. He is for this story.
He's just a catcher. He's just the catcher. Just waiting to tell him about it. He's like
chatting him up.
Just chatting him up.
Hey brother. Hey. You want 30 extra yards on your right field home run?
Just meet me after the game.
Take a bump of this 21 pounds of meth I have. Bro, how 21 pounds of meth seems like because meth is real light.
It's real light.
So I've heard.
Yeah.
So like that's a lot of mass, right? 21 pounds of meth, like that's a bat bag full.
What my question is like, what, you're just taking that to the game? What are you selling it like fucking peanuts? Like, you got the plug on the peanut guy? He's like, hey, you sell a couple bags.
His sister works at the concession stand, bro.
Oh hell yeah!
I mean, well, hold on. The thing that the Cubs practice here in
Arizona. Give your ass 2 hot dogs and Airhead in the 10th, baby. Just slide it over.
Zach, did you have anything else? Did you have news you wanted to read?
Oh, I just saw that Krispy Kreme was giving out free donuts if you were vaccinated.
Let's go. I'm
Matt. So Matt Healy, one time there was a Krispy Kreme that opened in Memphis, with the first one that like was kind of like in like a suburb type neighborhood. And Matt went the first night and waited in line and got free donuts for a year. I don't know what the deal is. I think you just got a dozen a month or something. But yeah, you got free donuts for a year. If you were like the first.
I love Krispy Kremes.
I do too. They're almost too good. It kind of makes you like wonder. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Right.
You eat 5 and then you're regretting your decisions in life.
Yeah, like for me, that's what I feel like it would be. Like, yeah, I'm kind of like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, for me, like I don't know. Like it's weird.
I'd have Krispy Kremes at an orgy. That'd be one of my appetizers.
Like you could do like
Hey,
no
put your
one-
own glaze on, you know?
Hey, so-
Okay, now you're John. Like, what is this?
I'm just
Hey,
saying.
know that kid's toy that has like those bigger ring on the bottom and they keep going up?
Yeah.
You could do that on someone's erection. but
Oh,
have the donut.
okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You just paint your own glaze on this fresh dozen batch,
You're
right?
like, that sit and spin looks interesting.
I love that my kids will never be able to listen to this podcast, even as
Never.
adults.
Cadence asked me the day, she's like, Dad, can I listen to the podcast? And like right when we started talking about something, I was like, all right, we're done. Unplugged her real
No,
quick.
you can't. You especially can't listen to the episode Orgy with the Eagles.
Orgy with the Eagles, your dad's manscaping,
Your
what
dad's
else?
manscaping. Oh man, this is wild. Anyway, what are we at? We like an hour or something? We're probably good, right?
Yeah, I think we're good.
We're good.
We'll wrap it up on that.
Anything else you want to talk about, John?
Yeah. No, go ahead, John. Let's hear it real quick.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, no, but I was wondering, like, ties back in the last episode of Paul with your stuff. Like, do you ever wonder, like, what if Bigfoot did exist? Like, what?
Who says he doesn't?
Well, no, right. So he's in the woods or his family. What do you picture him doing to stay, like, because he doesn't have a phone or Wi-Fi? Like, what do you think he would just do, like, day-to-day life of Bigfoot? Like, walk in the woods?
He probably has a hammock. He's just chilling in for the most part of the day.
So
You
are
think-
we saying that Bigfoot has like human-like creatures, like conscious
Well,
of
like,
thought?
Yeah, why animals have thoughts and dreams and stuff.
We
so why can't-
learned that in the last episode.
Yeah, we learned that in the last one.
So why don't? What do you think he does? Like, come on, honey, whatever language or whatever he does, like, just walk to the water and throw some stones. Like, how do you?
You think he's skipping rock?
Maybe or clacking like. Okay, so
Oh no! I see the look on your face.
I don't
and
like
it's
I
not
don't
good.
yeah. Dude, if there's two things. If John goes,
Does this?
hey, if he does that, or if he goes, so yeah, it's terrifying. Whatever's gonna come out next is
So
So
gonna
what
be.
do you think? Yeah.
honest question: do you think he is an aggressive masturbator?
So what are we talking about on the next episode?
No,
There's that.
I feel like I want to talk about this. I feel like he's not. I feel like he's kind of sensual.
Why sensual?
I don't know.
Yeah, but what noise is he making, Zach? You think? Or like, what's he like? What's his like? Do like an imitation of like you like.
Yeah,
hunched
let's hear
over.
Zach do an imitation of
Right.
Bigfoot jerking off.
All right.
Right.
All right, we're gonna get JR to put the Chewbacca noise right there.
No, we are not.
Yeah, that's gonna be the noise right there. That's the noise.
Interesting. I would just picture him being like, or her being just so over the top aggressive. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm just picturing some.
Like how many
barbaric-
times do they come in a day?
Huh?
How many times do you think he's coming a day? Or she?
Bro, what?
I mean,
what?
Do you think his hair gets the way? Is his hair like a kill rag? Like, how does it? It must get so batty down there, right?
What's he using for lube? Is he just spitting or what?
Hold on. He makes
Oh,
his own
no.
really
Look at John's crying. We broke him.
Yo, when John said him or her, I pictured a female Bigfoot just like
Flicking it.
DJing,
DJ
just
diddle.
like
full remix Depeche Mode meets like Diplo down there, just crushing it.
I'm talking about like Skrillex, just
Oh, like Skrillex
Going crazy.
before, like aggressive headbanging.
Would you have a female Bigfoot in your orgy, John?
No, I actually
Why?
have a thing against Bigfoot. I don't want to deal with it.
we're never. No one's ever gonna listen to this podcast.
I don't.
Asking for a friend.
I got
And my friend's name is John.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Oh,
So
Bigfoot.
okay, so one last thing. So since we got out,
Imagine the Harry the Henderson Bigfoot aggressively masturbate, like sensually, like outside your window. You know how much that would scare you?
If
Holy-
he's just
More
looking
than
at
I'm-
him jerking off,
more
yeah.
than I'm scared for my own career now.
Zach's never going to a zoo again. Are you kidding me?
I can't take my kids to the zoo. I'm worried about the fucking giraffes now. All right. So last thing. So this is going to be a complete change of gear. Since we got out here,
Perfect.
Brett and I were talking about the McDonald's chicken sandwich.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. if Zach needs any more, or if Brent needs any more McDonald's, I'll send him a sandwich if he's gonna gift gifts like he gifted you.
That's what I was going to talk about. So,
Yeah.
So I got him a sandwich. He was like, man, he's like, yeah, I've been wanting to try that. And I had went and eaten sushi, but I was like, oh, I'll stop and get him McDonald's. So I got him the McDonald's chicken sandwich, brought it to his room, didn't even tell him I was doing it. So I texted him after. I said, hey, I go, how was it? He's like, dude, this thing's really good. I was like, but not as good as Chick-fil-A. He's like, I think I might like it better than Chick-fil-A. I'm like, stop.
Wow. No.
Stop that. So anyway, last night, I went to our buddy Brad Williams and Chris Porter's house. Brad Williams' house, and me and Chris Porter just hung out at his house for a while. And when I got back out here to Thousand Oaks, he goes, "Hey, what room are you in?" And I said, "Hey, I'm back." He goes, "Text me when you get back." And I was like, "All right." So I texted him. I was like, "I'm back." And he didn't text me for like an hour and a half. So I'm like in bed, like naked in bed, watching The Punisher. John, shut the fuck up. Do not say anything about what I just said. And so
what was that guy punishing?
So
There it is.
There it was. So next thing you know, I didn't text him. Then he goes, "Oh, what's your room number?" I'm like already in bed. I'm like, I'll just text him in the morning. Well, he probably knows my room number because I was like, I'm right above you. So next thing you know, he knocks on my door. Someone knocks on my door. I gotta get up, put pants on really quick, walk to the door. Open the door. He hands me the brand new iPhone 12 Pro Max and goes, "You buy me a sandwich, I'll buy you a gift." I'm like, this is not the same thing. So I texted him when he got back to his room and I was like, that must have been a really fucking good sandwich. For you
Hold on, I'm
buy me
texting. I'm texting Brent right now. Hey, you need a chicken sandwich, bud?
I'm in Arizona, but I can be there in 4 hours.
Hey, you need a chicken sandwich?
I can be there in 4 hours. Anyway, this has been the first seemingly unknown podcast from the road. We hope you enjoy it, and we hope you still listen to us after this one, because this, by far, it was way better than last week's, but also it was awful and it's very scary. So we hope you enjoy it. Thank you for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe, smack that subscribe button, smash that like button, share it with your friends as well. That would be cool if you want to.
Not your kids. Don't share it with your kids, but share it with your kids. Everybody else.
And from Paul, John, and myself, we will see you next week for another seemingly unknown podcast. What John is doing with his hands, I don't know.
Diamond cutter.
Master of the diamond cutter. All right, we'll see you guys next week. Later.
They had an orgy